What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for today I wanted to share some gameplay with you guys using Lady Sif, the goddess of war, one of the strongest Asgardian in all the 9 realms, a character that is said to be on par with the Valkyries, who we all know are some badass females. However, in this game, Sif is definitely not one of the strongest Asgardians. If anything, she's one of the weakest Asgardians, down there with the likes of Fandral. And to be honest with you guys, to date, she's the only Asgardian currently in this game that I have never used to accomplish anything. Okay, I've used Malekith, Ulik, Fandral, you name it. I've used every Asgardian currently in the game to accomplish something. However, Sif is just so bad that I personally cannot use the base kit for this character to do anything. She dies too quickly and her DPS is not good enough for me. So shout out to any of you guys who've ever used the base kit for Sif to accomplish anything, because the base kit is just really bad. As you can see right here, the 1 skill, basically nothing. 2 skill, nothing. 3 skill is actually the best skill in her entire kit. Damage accumulation, and you can see right here that she has a 60% increase to all defense. But guys, believe me, this 60% is not doing anything because she still melts faster than a paper plate. Believe me guys, she is absolutely terrible, and I'm really sad to say it because I really like the Asgardians. Her 4-star passive is, honestly, it could be significantly better if this was like 3 or 4 hits and it was lasting for 2 seconds. But 1 hit for 2 seconds, even though it's refreshing pretty effectively at 3 seconds and it's a 30% activation rate when hit, there's basically no skill in this game that only hits you 1 time. There's skills in the game that hits you like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 times, okay? So guarding against 1 hit is basically doing nothing for you. Honestly, this could have been significantly better, and the fact that it's 1 hit as opposed to 1 attacking, that's not helping the activation rate either. And for the 4 skill, nothing but damage. 5th skill, nothing but damage. So her kit overall, all she really has is a decent 3rd skill and a pretty solid tier 2 passive. So unfortunately for me, after years of trying to use the character to accomplish something, I have failed and I have failed and I have failed repeatedly. And the only way that I can accomplish anything with her is actually using this modern uniform for her, because even though it doesn't give her that much, it gives her enough for me so that I can actually play the character and have fun with her. I like how she plays in this. She attacks pretty rapidly and I love that. And on top of that, she also gets a change right here to her 3rd skill, which was already her best skill. But as you can see, she actually gets 2 seconds of damage immunity on top of already having the damage accumulation, but she loses that 60% increase to all defense, which was not doing anything for her. So I would gladly take the immunity any day of the week. However, I feel like this is a wasted opportunity by Netmarble, because they could have easily made this 3 or 4 seconds of damage immunity, and that would have made her significantly better. And honestly, this would not have broken the game. So I don't see why they only gave her 2 seconds. It feels like it's not there, but it makes her playable, because this skill now is actually a safe skill to perform, and you can actually use the immunity if you just cancel out this skill immediately and use one of her other skills. It's not super long, but you can actually make use of it if you don't want to actually spend the majority of that immunity charging the skill. On top of that, she also gets a stun, which she didn't have at all in her native kit. She gets a stun right here on Goddess of War, and on top of that, this skill right here is also an iframe, so that's really good. And I like how fast she attacks with the 5th skill in this uniform. So I'll run you guys through the build for her really quickly, and then we'll go ahead and jump into some gameplay. So right here, we're rocking 130 for attack speed, 50% for critical rate, 196 for critical damage, 45% for ignore defense, and 47% for reduced cooldown duration. So overall, some pretty decent stats, especially for a character that I don't use at all. As for her gears, everything is at 20. I don't see myself giving her any urus, and honestly, even though her tier 2 passive It's one of the best things in her kit. I don't see myself tier 2ing her, but if you guys want me to tier 2 her, let me know in the comment section. As for her ISOs that I currently have power for Angry Hulk, and I highly recommend that you go offensive with her. Pick up this uniform for $750. It's not that bad, but you can definitely wait it out, and hopefully eventually they put it on sale for gold. As for her custom gear, I have critical damage, ignore dodge, and a 120 proc. You could easily swap out the proc for invincibility if you find that you cannot keep her alive, because of the fact that even though she has this uniform, she only has 2 seconds of damage immunity and 1 singular iframe, so she's still not that safe to play. Uniform is at normal, but that being said, guys, let's jump into Shadowland, and we'll put her up against floor 11 right here on this fire relay. Now, keep in mind that Sif base kit for me, guys, I have never ever been able to complete anything with her. She dies in about 45 seconds max without the uniform, but in this uniform she's actually something off with Sif. But even in this uniform, as you guys saw, I spent the large majority of this fight running to evade the enemies because she really cannot take hits. So shout out to any of you guys who think she's spectacular in this uniform. You guys are next level. Y'all have that Byakugan, that Sharingan, whatever it is you need to awaken in your freaking eyes to have the skill to play her effectively and not have to run for the majority of the fight, man. You guys are legends, okay? But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Peace out.